Jesus, that's the main camera.
It's your boys.
Hi,
And Ravs.
Rav's here.
it's me.
Wow.
Half Films today.
You are happy.
I'm Half Films.
The only day
Ravs
we'd allow you on this podcast is for a special Pickaxe week, and no other time.
Phil, you need to collaborate with someone. We're like,
Ugh, who?
Well, I mean, you guys put that message in the channel, and I'm the only person who responded, so I think
You
that
are,
speaks
yeah.
volumes.
yeah.
It really does, and we
Yeah.
didn't try not to address it. In fact, we deleted the
No, that was the
initial
case. I
request.
just thought we'd ask Rab straight up.
I put it out there, and then
Oh,
Ravs
shit.
was like, me, please.
I did say me,
Alright.
please.
Oh, shit. Well, I'm glad
Sorry,
you-
that's
I'm
the
glad you
armature
responded.
camera.
I thought you're a choice. I was like, oh, nice.
Oh,
Okay.
Some mics aren't on, apparently.
Some
My
mics.
mic's not
right.
on.
Let me
Which mic's not on?
Test.
let me test. Let me do some testing.
No,
Come
Ross. All mics quiet. Only Trott is on.
Oh, it's just me. Hello.
Rab's mics are off.
Jism.
Welcome to the stream.
Jism.
Quick summary. Ravs. Jism. Ravs was like, please can I be a guest on the Hatchet podcast? We say we do it for exposure, not money.
Yeah.
And he's like, thank God, because money's such an annoying concept.
Exposure's so much better.
Exposure's so much better. And here he is.
I'm here.
Is it all working now?
Come.
Hello.
Can you hear everyone's mics now?
Yeah, I think I'm live now.
How do you know that? How do you
I'm
know
looking
that?
at the red bar and when I went,
Oh,
oh wait,
see.
oh it didn't. Piss. Oh, it's working.
God damn, he's a witch as well.
Yeah.
Gravy. It's working. Excellent. Welcome to Pickaxe
on the wrong
Week.
thing.
This was an organised event for the Pickaxe Network, which,
Pickaxe.
if you didn't know,
Pickaxe.
we're part of that podcast network. It's a new network full of 0 degrees.
If you only
Perhaps.
watch this live,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
won't have heard the little audio ident or whatever you
That's
want to call
true.
it.
Yeah, that comes up
I'm
before.
the voice of that audio ident. I
Don't
am.
own that. 'cause
Pickaxe.
It's the first thing we complained about.
Oh, yeah,
We love the
shit,
voice.
okay.
Thanks, Daff, for making Pickaxe.
I love it now. It's become a meme.
I do, yeah.
Because like I want to hear it,
Pickaxe.
but like originally I was just like that's just Daft saying pickaxe, but now
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, initially they did actually ask me, Ravs, can you come into the live stream room and record you saying pickaxe like 7 times?
Yeah.
And I I just kept going pickaxe, 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 pickaxe.
And by the end of it,
then it just and it just went live and it was like Daft was doing the voice. And I was like, oh, cheers, mate. Pretty sure Daft that asked me to come in and do it. My pickaxe wasn't good enough.
Oh, that's
he just
annoying.
wanted to compare it to
So
somebody
you
else.
found out until you heard that's not my voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
I was gutted.
Can't
That's
say
insulting.
Too Scottish.
Too Scottish. I think that was the problem.
Yeah.
Pickaxe.
Need wealth, apparently.
What's a really Scottish way to say pickaxe?
Pickaxe.
Nice.
the best I
That's
can
pretty
do.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Feels like the more Scottish you get, the more angry you get.
Isn't it? Yeah. Is that
I think
why?
that's kind of true. Yeah, it's quite a guttural accent, isn't it? I can't say the
Not
word.
always. Sometimes you can
deck.
put a dainty
Can't say the word deck very well.
You say it sounds like you say
Deck.
dick.
So when I'm saying deck, everyone always says that.
Yeah.
Deck.
Say Steam Deck.
Steam deck.
Say
That sounded like
dick.
deck.
Big old deck.
Yeah, I can
Then
hear
say
it.
Steam Dick. Deck.
Steam deck.
Yeah.
Steam deck.
Steam dick.
It's fine.
yeah.
On its own, it sounds
Steam-powered
like you're
dick.
saying it, but when we listen to you talk in a
Purple
sentence,
burglar alarm.
it's fine. Purple burglar.
Purple burglar alarm.
Nice. There it is. Yeah.
I've had to train myself that one. Down here.
Yeah.
Do it in your regular accent.
Purple burglar alarm.
That's fine.
Purple burglar alarm.
Yeah.
It's
That's,
fine.
but that's not bad.
Anyway, we didn't
Purple
really start this with
burglar
the
alarm.
intention to test your Scottish accent, but
No,
there
we
you go.
really didn't. And
That's
it's,
fine.
We'll start in a minute.
We'll start in a
We've
minute.
got like a whole hour and a half.
We do, yeah.
But
We've got a little bit of.
You're straight after this.
Yeah,
Continuing
so we'll give you
the
10.
Pickaxe Week.
Okay.
Is 10 enough? 15?
10. But yeah, all I have to do is run into that room and sit down.
Well, that's all right then. Well, we'll
what
give you
I have to
10
do.
at the end to go and join
Very
into
low
the
maintenance,
next.
like-
You're in 2 Pickaxe podcasts
That's
today.
true.
Straight up, one after the other.
Yep, 0 degrees right after this
Have
one.
you got the energy for it? Have you got the energy?
I mean, I usually do a big stream, so you know, just kind of not doing that today and doing this.
That's
doing
true.
that.
That's true.
Yeah,
So
we
you
don't
consider it a big
take
Just
on the
Chat.
fancy setup you guys have though. This is like being in a spaceship, man. Like when you guys were saying.
Well, it's not what you said originally, was it?
You
I
said
did say it looked like a porn studio a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that I was going to be in some sort of like fake taxi scenario here. Like,
Yeah.
We've already done that.
We've already
is this,
done that.
Is this
We
fake,
already did that
is
one.
this fake podcast?
Fake podcast,
Yeah.
but we are broadcasting it live to subscribers. It's just not on the website you think.
Oh shit!
Do you think there's enough lights in here? What would you add to this?
What would I add to this?
He's overwhelmed by how much we've added.
I think a swivel cam. I think I get a little swivel
I like
cam.
to
in
point
here.
Trott keeps talking about
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
To be fair.
yeah.
Trott
like
likes
to
the idea of
control
that.
Yeah,
You
that'd be
just
fun.
like it.
I had to get a slow zoom on.
Oh.
Yes.
We should get one.
Yeah,
Now
I'd
you
like
said it.
that.
I don't know how much they are. They sound expensive. But if you subscribe, we'll get one.
We'll
You
get
could
a
probably make like a
PTZ.
really jank one on that support beam up there. Yeah.
I hope that
Always
you
top
can
down.
add like a complex series of movement macros so that you can just leave it on like a loop, but
Yeah.
the loop is like,
whip hands
and it, like
everywhere.
you don't have to direct it. It's just constantly a dynamic shot.
Okay.
Why don't we just get an RC car and then just put
Yeah.
a stick on it,
Yeah.
camera on the top, and
Way
then just
cheaper.
roll it around.
Way simpler.
Quiet too.
Quiet as well.
One of those ones that flips itself back.
Every so often, it just smashes into something.
What about those cameras that you get like at a con or an award show, the one where you stand in the middle and it swivels around you 360,
Yeah.
and then it gives you like a slow-mo shot of you getting
Yeah.
spun around.
Yeah, they were cool.
Just do the
But it's just
podcast on
sat
that.
here being like,
It's just you
Yeah.
sat here doing the podcast.
So I mean, we're in it's a circular environment. We could have the Matrix cameras shuttering around us constantly,
Let's go to the orbit
bringing
cam.
back a very like 5 FPS feed of us kind of just looking at various angles.
It's like living in a Victorian zoetrope. You know, like one of the things where you spin the wheel, it's just like a horse.
I know exactly what you mean. All right. Let's buy all those things.
Okay.
For the next week.
Done. Just for podcasting.
Well,
Shall we
you say
begin?
just. Podcasting is prime when you're talking about
Let's say
Pickaxe.
for next week. Ready for
Fucking
next
hell,
week.
for next week, that is
Yeah.
a rush.
Oh, this is loose as shit. What have they been doing with this poor bloody thing?
Oh yeah, these aren't ours, so don't deep throat them, Rebs.
Oh,
Fuck, too late.
don't deep throat the mics. We're tempted. I know it's
This one's
tempting.
fine.
These aren't. I don't think any
You
of these
a
are mics.
size
That's your
queen?
mic, yeah.
No, the size of the mic doesn't matter. A little lapel is just as powerful as a big chunky boy.
Oh, I'm a size queen
So
myself.
what? You got a boom
Oh,
mic?
right, you-
You've
yeah.
just got a boom mic in your flat.
yeah!
You want the big furry bastards.
One of those songs that's like a goddamn.
Leave the windsock on.
Leave it on.
Fuck! I just deep throated an 8-liter dead cat.
Dislocate my jaw for this one.
They call me the anaconda. Did you see the video of the snake that had the crocodile inside?
Wait, what?
I did.
It was horrible, wasn't it?
It was horrible. An entire. It was just.
do that.
It's a
Imagine
snake.
a crocodile
I don't
about the
want to.
size of
An
Trott.
anaconda style. What was it? Was it?
Yeah, something
Boa?
like that.
Boa
Something-
constrictor?
No, it would have been like an anaconda, I think. Basically, it was about the size of Trott, the crocodile, wasn't it? And it was
yeah.
inside a snake.
yeah,
And the snake
huge.
died, and then they cut it open, and it was just a fully formed, just dead crocodile. Just like,
Just inside it.
So it
Inside a
must
snakeskin suit.
Did it die from poison? Or
no, it would have
Well, it's
died
suffocated,
from not being able to
It would have
process
been,
it.
I reckon it constricted it first.
Yeah,
It must have done. So it must have squished it to the point where it died and then slowly ate it and then realised, oh, this is too big.
This
It's
size.
killing me from the inside out.
Am I gluttony?
Yeah.
So hungry at the time, my eyes are
Why
bigger
don't
than
you
my
do a little
sneaky
bit of time?
stomach.
Like, I'll just shove the tail in, let that dissolve, and then
Yeah,
like, just shove
I don't
that.
think they think about that.
No,
It's kind of just
no.
like, oh, this is my catch. I'm going to eat the whole thing.
What
I
am I
can
next
eat the
gonna
whole
eat?
They
thing.
eat the whole.
It killed me.
They eat the whole thing, and then they just sleep for 3 months.
They'd be a,
they just
they'd be
sit
a
around.
great mascot for Pringles,
done.
honestly.
Yeah,
Snakes.
we eat the whole can.
Yeah, once you consume it, you just can't undo it. So change it.
Beautiful.
Change the slogan.
All right, let's actually begin the
Let's
episode.
do
now.
it. Yeah. It's rolling. So
we haven't started
we're
yet.
good
Oh,
to go.
okay.
Yeah, this is
Now-
Preamble.
just us making sure the mics
thing.
are working.
Oh, right, okay.
And now
Making sure
we're
that- you can
gonna
probably move
start.
in a little bit here.
You want me to
I'm
move
noticing
in?
this gap here.
All right, there's a gap.
Well,
right, I'm
that's
coming in.
it. Shuffle in.
Purposeful.
Right.
Is this
there we
better?
go.
Ross's mug.
How's this? There we go. We're all in a bit more. That should be good. I hope the other cameras. Yeah, the other cameras are fine. Maybe that one's a little bit. It's moved a little bit now. It's all good. And you'll notice, of course, behind me. Here is this glorious pleasure.
What a
Of,
really nice jumper.
glorious pleasure. Of
Well,
Christmas jumper.
where can I get that?
That's
On
a
a
great
shop.
question.
You'll probably go
Shop.
freshstore.co.
Woolworths.
Just
Well, I can get it
Google
at Woolworths.
Woolies.
If you can
Woolies,
find
yeah.
a Woolworths
Use code
that's
RAVS.
open
Yeah.
and
Woolies.
get me a pick and mix first.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then see
some of
if
those
this jumps
tiny
on sale.
Coke cans, and like a tiny little can of Dr Pepper as well.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah.
I mean, now they'd be like really disappointing, like a shot.
But they would be full sugar because that was back when there were like no
Ooh.
rules about what they could
Yeah.
put in things.
Excuse me. I'm allergic to deals. That's
Oh.
a great one.
That's a great deal. Pleasure Elf, fresh merch, hat films. It's not fresh merch anymore, but just Google fresh merch, hat films. Easier for me to communicate, easier for you to understand. Or we could put the URL that has the word collections in it up instead.
Is it Remembrance Day
Wow.
today?
Is it the 11th of the 11th?
It is.
It is
Shit, yeah.
11/11/11.
Well, don't worry, guys.
remembered.
We already missed a minute of silence, so
Well, I was silent all day.
yeah, it's true. Silent but
Okay.
violent.
Technically, your
Silent
guys'
but
mics are
violent.
off at the start for a minute, so
Oh shit.
that counts. It
Good.
counts.
So you broke the rules.
I broke the rules.
Yeah, that's fine.
I am a rebel.
One of us broke the rules.
Okay, let's begin the episode. You get to hear a really awesome intro tune made by Weather
Okay.
Boy.
Wait, do I get to hear it too?
Yeah.
We'll hear it
Okay.
now.
You have a
And
choice.
then you'll
Oh.
know it's the start of the episode, and then we'll be like, we'll do an intro. It'll be so professional.
We'll
Okay.
introduce
You wait.
ourselves.
All right.
And then take your trousers off.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right.
Okay.
If you ever feel overwhelmed, just like
Yeah.
you're a dentist, raise your hand.
All right.
Too many lights,
Here we go.
too many sounds. It's just weather. Just weather, mate.
Fuck off, weather boy.
What a bizarre intro. Hello, welcome
That was.
to the Hat Chat Podcast, episode 117. We're in the midst of a Pickaxe week.
Yeah, it's Pickaxe Week, which is
It
the
sounded quite bad, didn't it, when I built that up?
in the midst.
We're in the midst of
We're
catastrophic.
ducking and diving.
knee deep in a quagmire that can only be known as Pickaxe Week.
What
Yes.
better way to celebrate our podcast network than to have a fellow member of said network with their own podcast, Ravs. Hello, Ravs.
Hi Trott, how are you?
I'm good, thanks for reminding me of my name. I'm Trott.
Oh, hi, Trott. I'm Ross.
Hi, Ross. I'm Alex Smith, and we are joined by Rabs of the 0 Degrees podcast and YouTube fame. Well,
Yes,
Twitch fame
Twitch
as well.
fame.
Mainly Twitch fame.
Mainly Twitch film, a little smidge of
A smidge of YouTube.
We've
Nice.
double cross streams so far because Ross has been
I've
on
been
your
on yours,
podcast,
yeah.
Yep.
and now you have to live
now
up
I'm-
to that.
Now I'm here. I have to do
Be
as good
just
a
as
job
good
as
as
Ross did on our
Yeah.
Did I do a good job? That's good.
You did a good job.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
We wanted
People
Lydia,
loved
but Rabs is here today, and
Oh,
we're going to
sorry,
start
Rabs.
easing you in
I mean, that's fair.
Straight away.
to. So, what do you think happens after death?
Oh, wow, straight into it. Wow, that's a real dark
straight
one.
away. You know, I don't really think anything happens. I think that we just sit in a box or
A box?
in an urn, depending on if you're buried or cremated.
Quite a good question.
Who's Ern?
My mate from down the pub. I asked
you
him,
wanna die
I
now?
asked him to consume me.
Always snorting
when I
ashes.
died, you know, like that woman who's addicted to eating her mother's ashes.
What?
And you've not seen that?
No, what's
There's
that?
a woman that was like, I'm addicted to eating my mother's ashes,
And
she'd, like,
masturbating, but she left
How
that
fucking-
out.
she left the bit where she
Addicted?
put some ash on her fingers and just fucking
Oh, my
tickled
goodness.
the bean, you know.
That's horrible.
But you know, she would just like just have a little nibble, a little suckle on like her
Why? She
mother's.
would eat-
I don't know why she did it.
What?
How is that an addiction?
How
though?
would you
Yeah.
start that process? Like,
I don't know.
where does that come from?
I think she was just fucking hungry one day, and then she was like,
Well, there is like sometimes pregnant
That's
women
not nourishment.
can eat soil or crave things like soil and ash because of the vitamin
"Fuck, I
content in
guess
it.
I'm
Was she
pregnant because I eat a lot."
No, but I mean, I'm just saying that there are reasons people eat strange things. Like, that could be hormonal, could be. I mean, I'm just spitballing
Well, there's
here,
that.
but
There was that YouTube man.
not saying that only women have
Shoe
hormones.
Nice.
Right,
Yeah,
he
we-
had,
yeah,
what's
yeah,
that?
we watched
What's
him
that
loads.
word? The thing he has. He has a condition that means that he loves just eating weird shit.
An alcoholic.
No, it begins with
Yeah, but
P.
he would eat things like he would chomp on a prick stick like
Well, it
that.
begins with a P, right?
Is it the shoe nice guy?
It's shoe
Shoe
nice.
nice guy, yeah.
Oh, he's actually addicted to that.
I don't know. I don't.
No, that sounds like a sexual
Pika.
thing.
Pygnophilia.
Huh?
Someone said eating disorder called Pika.
Pika, it is called Pika, not Pikachu.
No,
you know, those people that like
P-I-C-A.
eating Pokemon, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Alright.
different.
yeah, it's that he has that, which I think is why he eats and digests all this shit. I don't
And
know.
it's when he's able to process it is the more
Well,
impressive.
he has
Yeah.
like entire
The one
bottles
when
of
he
like
just
whiskey.
drank that bottle of rubbing alcohol, I was like, holy shit.
He'd be dead.
That was it.
He did it.
I mean, as in like everything he's eaten has been like holy
Yeah.
shit.
Like bottles
Is he
of
dead?
engine
Is he
oil.
dead now?
No, he raided me once on Twitch. It
He's
was
on
crazy.
Twitch?
Did he?
Yeah,
Really?
I got raided by Shoe Nice. I was like, no fucking
How
way.
did that come about?
When?
Well, it just goes to show that, you know, his brain is fucked because he raided me.
But like, what? I mean, yeah. Was he just? Did you mention him?
I was
Or
like,
raid
oh,
him back?
holy shit. I used to watch you drink bottles of rubbing alcohol
Yeah,
and eat
yeah.
nails and shit.
God, I remember that was in the years of like
We were
I-
loving it. We were like, found it so funny because it was so dumb.
It's crazy. But I remember watching Shoe Nice videos when, like, before flat screen monitors were like mainstream. You know, like
Yeah.
a couple of people had them, but
That
like
is a weird correlation.
I
to
know,
Time.
I know.
Why do you associate flat screens with shoe nice?
No, I remember seeing one of his videos on my friend's 15-inch CRT.
Right.
Because basically, my friend used to have a better computer than me, but a far worse monitor. And he had, for ages, he had this CRT for ages, and I was just like, he was showing me all these crazy videos, like on eBaum's World and stuff like
eBaum's.
that.
Gorilla Mask.
Gorilla Mask, exactly. And yeah, the Shoe Nice shit was just like.
It's when you consume like a whole bottle of wood glue.
Yeah. Although, to be honest, wood glue is amongst the ones that I would probably feel less bad about. It's the ones where he drinks like, I swear he drinks like engine oil at one point, which is just cancer in a
He also
bowl.
consumes like a whole like armpit stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Deodorant.
did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
He just like bites into it like a ice
If
cream.
you've
They
ever
just
even had a
choose it like
tiny
it's
taste of that
nothing.
stuff, it's horrible. It's,
It's so like bitter.
I really like the smell of it. Though.
I like this.
Well,
There's a
smell,
lot of
sure.
glues I like the smell of.
No, not the glue.
The
like
Pritt-
armpit
the
deodorant.
armpit-
Oh, those
Yeah,
things.
like,
Not Pritt stick.
stick
Did he
to
eat a Pritt
Oh, they do smell good though as well, don't they?
He ate Pritt stick as well. I think he's eaten loads of different types of glue. Oh, horrible.
His
horrible.
stomach acid must be incredible. We need to like
No, I don't think
look
so.
at that
I think he's
property
probably
for
just
science.
seriously damaged his
What
stomach.
I want to know is what his shits are like.
Horrible. I think he did
Yeah.
talk about it a little bit about
Oh,
how
really?
he's had like issues and stuff, but that also was brought on by the alcoholism and I think for a little bit the meth he was smoking.
Yeah, do you know what I'd be really annoyed about?
Yeah.
Is if he outlives any of us.
It
Yeah.
could happen. It
Yeah.
can happen.
It's like Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Like, how did he survive his drug-fueled rock star life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he's a walking
Doc
shambles.
He's a
Cotton.
bit of a mess now.
Doc Cotton,
unfortunately.
yeah,
It's
smoking that
Well,
chimney.
she is dead.
Doc Cotton
She's
is
fine,
dead.
she's
We beat
fine.
her. We
Yeah,
beat her.
We beat Doc Cotton. Barbara
Yeah.
Windsor.
Yeah.
Babs,
I-
yeah, we
I-
beat her as well.
I didn't know she died until the other day.
I thought
Well, why would
fucking
you-
Doc Cotton was going to become like a witch or some shit. You know, like, I thought that was
Comes
the
back.
trajectory she was
In
going
death, she can become
Yeah.
eternally undead.
Oh
Yeah.
God, she's a necromancer.
Yeah, put it in
Got
EastEnders.
Her phylactery,
Any
her phylactery just like her cigarette packet.
Yeah, she's haunting Ian Beale.
Oh, I forgot it. Ian Beale, yeah. I know you did for Janine. You should have paid Janine more than 20 quid, Ian Beale, you disgusting man.
So, Ravs, the format of this show, right? As much as you would believe that we just talk for 40 minutes, that is what we do.
Yeah.
However, it's shoehorned in that we have a little bit of Patreon influence.
Wow.
So you see that?
Ah, look at that.
Patreon.com/hatfilms.
You've probably got one as well, haven't you?
Patreon.com/0degrees.
Nice.
There is
you go.
another Patreon for another
There you go.
less good podcast out there. Well, subjective. Anyway,
Well, you know, we're young bucks on the scene and you guys are grizzled veterans. It's
Everyone
understandable.
everyone always
Grizzled.
goes to the underdog.
We are grizzled.
Yeah.
Either way, I pose 3 hypothetical situations or questions.
Wait, so that deaf one wasn't even anything to do with anything?
that was just Smith.
That was just me
Oh.
fucking with you.
However, there is a
Yeah.
death-related one
Random.
here,
Okay.
but patrons have voted in order of which
Right.
one's the best one. So, what's number 1, Ross?
Number one of the hypotheticals is you have to choose an inanimate object in your house to become magically alive and marry. What are you choosing?
To laugh at the "I'm married" bit. Right, okay.
So you need to marry an inanimate object that's in your
Well, you
home.
have to marry it as well.
Yeah, you have to
I thought
marry
you said
it.
like Mary. I was like, oh.
So it's more of a case of what you're
no.
going to choose in your home that you would marry.
You animate it.
It's
so
got to be the sofa.
sentient and alive.
Do you think
It's
you'd
got to be the sofa.
You'd marry the sofa.
Because, like, right, first of all, if you're going to marry it, you need to be able to spend a lot of time with it. And I can spend a lot of time on the sofa. Second of all, if it's animated and movable and sentient, it could adjust into a more, like, comfortable position. So, you know, it could be like giving you, like, it could be spooning you. Your own sofa would spoon
Also,
you.
So you're specifically doing it for like kind of emotional reasons and also kind of
Comfort
maybe
reasons.
comfort reasons for you.
If I had, like, a wooden horse that I could animate, I would do that, because then you could have like a mount that you're married to, but it's an animated wooden horse that you could ride around the
But it's got,
countryside on.
arched like skis on it.
yeah.
Why would that be useful?
I mean, like, I don't know. It's animated now. It can move a bit. Yeah, okay. The skis would become an issue, but not in winter.
What about like a steam?
How about you guys?
A Steam Deck.
You
is that what
animate,
you're-
but they're already kind of animated.
No, but that would be alive. They'd be like, do you mind if I just
Twiddle your face.
twiddle your joysticks and play Minecraft on
Right.
it?
What
Well,
if
it really
it
depends
moaned
on-
softly while you like played with the things though?
Yeah.
Like,
That
you
would
were
be
rubbing its
distracting.
nips. You were
I'm
just
trying
like,
And it has the voice of Archer.
You're trying to play a game and you're just getting distracted by
Oh.
headshots here.
nipples.
Oh, yeah.
that's good.
Oh, you're doing it. Ah.
I assume they would
Surely
speak that.
also there's an automated process there. You could like make it play itself,
Yeah.
you know, in a way, or like kind of like hop up onto the side and just do like show you stuff, like almost like
look at this.
in Flubber, where he has that floating Weebo.
Yeah.
It could be your Weebo, so it's alive,
But it's,
but
I'm
it's also dead.
married to it.
But it's an animate. You're married. But
Which is
what does marriage
strange.
mean? So you're going to have to fuck this thing.
yeah, you've got to consummate the marriage, right?
Well, you have to consummate, of course.
Yeah.
So you're going to fuck your sofa. Rams, what are you going to choose?
Well, Smith's, I'm picturing like it does that flashlight thing you see on the internet where you like fold a towel. You
There's
put
gaps
glove in
between
there.
cushions.
Yeah.
There's gaps
Push
between
the
The cushions come up and just stop.
Nice.
You guys have seen
You're going to have rope burn.
Yeah.
you know Jay from what's the fucking hormone monster thing? It's an animated show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big Mouth.
Big
Big
I've
Mouth.
not seen that,
It's really
no.
good. I think
It is good.
There's a character in that who fucks his pillows, and he imagines that the pillows are like, because they're all like horny young teens, right? And he's like this real sort of fucked up kid, or very like sexually expressive, let's say, and he imagines that his cushion is a woman, like a sexy woman, and she talks to him, and she always like, "Oh, you gonna fuck me tonight, Jane?" It's like his pillow.
Wow.
But then he realizes he's bi, and so later on, this other character comes in where it's like this real like butch, like, "Oh fuck yeah," like this real
Like,
butch cushion that he fucks the
right,
shit out
okay.
of as well, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you love that, don't you, Jane?" It's hilarious. But I can imagine that basically.
Right, that's what
and
you
I saw that and I went, "I
You
want
said,
that.
I want that.
I
You
want
could
that."
adorn your sofa with different cushions
Yeah.
as well and dress
Yeah.
it up.
Oh yeah, you
Put
could have a
blankets on
fucking
it.
gangbang of pillows.
There we go.
What if you get like a Chase Longe as like a cheating partner?
Oh my god.
I'm
Footstool gets
I'm
in the way.
opening up.
the footstool, yeah.
Oh, no.
It's like a poly relationship with the footstool
Why are you sitting in
included.
that seat? What's wrong with me?
Not in the mood.
Shut up, Janine!
Not in the mood.
You're always on your computer chair.
yeah, maybe it's a computer chair I should actually do that with.
Just peeks around the corner.
Right, so have we said anything else?
The
What-
Ravs, what
Ravs
would
is-
you
Alright,
do? What's your inanimate object that you'd bring alive and marry?
I have to marry it. Okay, that's a
Do you
really
have a
fucking
sex doll? Because that might make things easier.
Well, no, I don't.
A sex doll,
there
yeah.
was
Oh,
that
I've married a
time
sex doll
that
in my home.
The
What?
the office got sent a bunch of those Tenga egg things. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
tried those.
Yeah.
I had to try them. I've
Yeah.
always seen them online, so I took them home and fucked the shit out of them.
Right, okay.
All of them?
I tried.
How big
the
are they? What are
tube
they?
one and the egg one.
yeah.
How big are they? Like an Easter egg?
Are
Are
they
they like
stretchy? 'Cause they
They're
Actual-
not big.
they are
Yeah,
quite
they're real
stretchy.
stretchy. Yeah,
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
that big either.
I mean, I didn't manage to get me to stretch very far, but you know, I
Sure,
sampled
of course,
the sampled
right.
the wares.
You
but
got in there.
yeah, I got in and about it.
So would you
I don't think I've seen them.
animate and marry a sex?
No, I would not, because that would be really sad. You know, it's like these were disposable ones as well. You're supposed to use them and throw them away. So it'd
But
be
at least
like-
you can
Well,
fuck
one
it.
time.
They're
He's
like a one
fucking
time
his
use.
pillows.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
fucking
not
cushions.
doing that.
I think that makes a little bit more sense
in this
than.
Yeah.
conceptual.
I don't know. So
Hypothetical
I don't
situation.
have that in my house, so I don't know. I feel like maybe I would like. I'd pick like maybe my bed. My bed might be a good choice.
Similar.
Yeah, pretty
There's
good.
also a little thought of me that was like maybe the toilet. You know, so it's just
Wow.
Jeez. Please don't shit in my face again.
It's a very
Who you married to?
Maybe the bowl.
You shat on it earlier.
You're
Yeah.
a power top in that scenario. all the
power
time.
top, and that's it. Yeah.
They never have.
You've
the
just got.
reverse.
Is that what
power top means?
No, not really. But it's a dom sub situation.
Yeah.
It really is. If you're shitting in their mouth every night,
Again.
it becomes an issue.
It's fine. This is what I'm designed to do.
Yeah. So I think I'd probably pick the bed though, but
You
if
pick
I
the
feel a
bed.
bit freaky, might cheat with the toilet.
Oh, you're crazy.
I'm gonna fucking marry a Dyson.
Oh,
Not only does it suck,
This is basically a sex object in disguise, Ross.
it is. I don't know. I
Don't
don't
put your
I don't
penis in
necessarily
vacuum
believe that the
cleaners. It's a terrible
vacuuming is
idea.
necessarily a pleasurable option. But if that motherfucker just whizzes around and cleans the house, bam.
Well, that's what I was thinking myself.
And I can
a little
fuck
bit.
it.
Yeah.
But it can't make dinner. And it won't cuddle very well.
It would.
Not at all. Dyson products are like uniquely plastic and lumpy, aren't they? Like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
what's this bit? Oh,
But
it's fallen off.
interchangeable like
Nozzles, yeah.
pieces.
Have you looked to
So-
see if there's a like
Lasers.
Oh, someone's made a modded
Intimate-
fucking sex Dyson, haven't they?
Must
There's got to be a
3D
mod.
printed nozzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
gonna
my
be
god.
that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
modded?
Add your
I
own
might Google
phone.
that. real quick.
Rotating tongue or some shit.
Oh god, yeah.
I'm gonna
Where you
use
suck it and just it and then causes pressure to
Dyson
maybe you can create like a
vacuum
cock pump. You know that we were talking about the cock pumps
Yeah,
last
like
week.
a cock pump. Yeah.
Yeah.
But either
I saw the
way,
appeal of those. I don't.
no. Smith showed us a documentary or mentioned a documentary.
it's just
Didn't
opened
show
your
us.
eyes, isn't it?
Opened up our eyes to
Well,
size
Ross's
queens, and also just giant penises that were apparently a
What do you
hindrance
think
to
a
these
size
guys.
queen is?
Yeah.
It's when a person, usually a female, enjoys
Already
a larger or girthier.
So you know
penis.
of the term, and it is
Yes.
quite well known. Is it?
Yes, I am.
Where did you find
I'm
the term?
Yes, I am.
I found the term
Size
from him. He
Yeah, I
saw
had
this thing
heard
and she's
of
like,
it.
I'm a size queen, and
And I was laughing at that because I
I
was
was like,
like,
oh, that's quite funny.
I didn't know that like there was like a like a
category,
a role. Yeah, like you know, like
or
just,
like a self-titled thing.
yeah, like what's the equivalent for a man? Do you think like a,
Well, no,
a
same
gate
thing.
king?
Same thing.
A gape king.
I imagine it'd just be the same. Just size queen. Why not?
Yeah, well, I guess not. Yeah, it's true.
I'm a cavernous crusader. If it ain't cavernous, I don't want to go in it.
I want to be able to look around in it.
there, doesn't it?
Yeah, true. Oh, yeah, I don't like.
Invasion.
I don't like that connotation. That's maybe
Getting up
not.
in that cave.
Cavernous crusade.
God wills it. Vote.
For the Pope.
Horrible.
Oh,
What about a nice jumper?
Oh, sure. I guess so.
Just that's
a
nice.
severely cum-stained jumper after a while.
I mean, yeah,
Well, I mean, like one of these.
like a nice.
You would just
well,
put-
I didn't
Would you wear it, or
You
would you
would-
put it like on a model, like on a mannequin?
Just because you want to be cuddled all the
I
time.
don't know if I'd like to see it on someone else.
What?
Wait, what if you bumped into someone with the same jumper? You're like, oh fuck, hang on a second.
Does yours talk to you and take you off as well?
No, it doesn't. What?
No, it was mine.
No. It's a very odd thing to say. Does yours actually do that to you? No, definitely not.
How come yours isn't very stained?
Well, would you? So
that's the
you
thing.
would you marry your Steam Deck,
You wouldn't wear it.
or would you choose something
Yeah, I
else?
was just
Or is your
throwing it
Steam-
out there.
I think Steam Deck's not a bad idea. At least it can show you things.
Yeah.
I think something with a screen would be able to at least kind of, you know, you could interact with it. There's a speaker on there. You can chat to it as well.
But then Trott also said that. Well, sorry, not Trott. The hypothetical also said that like it would be animated,
Magically alive.
Yeah.
Just magically alive.
Okay, so magically alive. So yeah, if you could have like a you know, it's essentially just a super smart AI.
Yeah.
Then yeah, you could have an alive computer and it'd be quite.
You have to
useful.
marry it, so you can't just have a Geppetto situation.
I mean,
bring your boy.
It really comes down.
because you've got to marry it.
You're,
You have to marry.
yeah, I mean, marriage, sure. Yeah, you. I mean,
But
What about a big like plushy dog or something like that?
what if you marry it?
oh my god, I mean,
Or
yeah.
a big
Because
builder
marriage
bear.
again, marriage doesn't imply that you have to fuck it.
It's only got one voice box and it's like Darth Vader.
I like the idea that you take this dog to a dog park and all the other normal dogs are running around and your dog's running around, but it looks obviously like a toy. So
It's a big
What if
floppy
it's
toy.
like
it's
one
like
of those-
uncanny
bounding
valley.
around at 12 FPS.
What if it's
like,
one
oh
of
my
those
god, it
sad
looks like an animation.
Build-A-Bears, though? It's like it's a Build-A-Bear with a last phone recording voice message from your
Oh
gran,
god!
and you've got to fuck it, and it's like, "Hello, dearie."
It's your mum. Love you. Shut up, mum. It's your mum.
already eaten your ashes.
I can't delete it. Oh my god.
Horrible.
That
This is
links
really.
into a
This is
story
definitely
Rav's
the
told
most
us.
like horrific podcast we've done in a while.
Yeah.
Tom Clark was on here and it wasn't anything like this.
Well, you know,
he'd go to dark
You-
places.
you asked me,
Yeah.
and I'm a fucking
went to-
accursed man.
Yeah, you are.
Did he go
Yeah.
to dark places? I guess he didn't.
Not really. We just brought up that he threw up on Smith's suitcase and stuff.
Yeah, he did do that in my.
You haven't done
suitcase.
that yet.
No,
So
not yet.
Not yet, but there's always time.
there's time.
What's our next hypothetical? I think we
So hypothetical number
wrapped that one up nicely.
2.
Nice.
We picked all the best
Um,
options.
It says there's a nasty, untrue rumor going around
Oh.
about you.
Yeah.
One that could seriously damage your reputation. What do you do?
Was this Trott working out how to recover from?
I mean, it really depends on the rumor.
Something real bad going around.
Advice.
What are you going to do, guys? I don't know what to do about
So
this.
sorry, what was the second part of the question?
It just says,
What do you do?
what do you do about a nasty, untrue rumor going around about you? I mean,
This really is just like help me.
it's so
Do we want to
open-ended, though.
establish what the rumor?
Let me just get my
is?
notepad out.
How important is that rumor to? I'd say like some rumors you can just ignore and just be like, I don't care that people think that. But some would have like a mechanical effect on you. So let's say, you know, like you're in a professional situation and somebody was saying something illegal about you, let's say, then
You're a drug mule.
you'd probably be. I mean, drug mule. I mean, I
That's
might
fine,
be.
right?
I mean, like. I don't think I'd judge drug
You've
mule. If
killed
somebody said
people.
I've smuggled a kilo of cocaine, I'd be like, wow, tell me about that. What was that like? You know, like
Interesting. Where did you put it?
yeah.
Smuggled where? Yeah.
Yeah.
How?
But like, if somebody said to me, like, you know, I look at illegal shit online, like, you know, like the bad kind of illegal shit online, not, you know, LimeWire, you'd be like, oh Jesus, yeah, I'm not sure
I have
I want
watched
to.
Crime.wav before.
Oh, not crime.wav. You listen to it, you
Bank
mean?
robbery, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's a .wav.
.wav, yeah.
What are we watching? I'm watching nothing, but I'm listening to it.
I can hear it happening.
It was a bank robbery.
Is this as bad? I don't
Real
know.
naughty stuff.
Real naughty stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sorry, that's
I mean,
my
I guess-
thoughts. Somebody else?
Well, because now obviously, like,
No, please, what would you do? in this
with
scenario?
the with this Twitter situation, and you can now verify anyone. Someone could create an Al Smithy account,
Yeah.
make it look like Al Smithy, and just be like, yeah,
And it gets traction.
But the other thing is, and this is the problem with
Say
this,
anything.
is that
And you're like, oh shit, I've got to go on and then
you
kind of
also
like
not
refute
believe
that.
it. You won't believe anything now because of how
Initially,
easy it's
but right
become.
now everyone's like kind of conditioned to
Yeah.
believe those verified
I don't
accounts.
know.
To a degree, you look at that because I don't look at the actual act. And sometimes if you put an I where an L was or something, you can look like the same thing. So you go,
It's very
holy shit, I
faded,
can't
isn't
believe
it?
Disney just said this about Mickey Mouse. Or
It takes you a second, doesn't it?
it takes you a moment to be like, oh, and it has to be so absurd that you're like, of course it's fake. But like,
See, I think that like
It's
people
funny.
will believe it's real or believe it's fake based on like the meaning or the intention that they've associated with a person rather than what they're saying, and that is in a way the reason for the rise of like people like Trump is like people no longer care about what they're saying exactly. All they care about is that person represents the meaning that they're looking for. Like, so it's like, I believe this, and this person to me in my mind seems to resonate those values regardless of what they say. So I think that's kind of like where we've got to with like Twitter and stuff. Is it's like you look at something and you're like, yeah, that sounds like that person saying that, and then you like look at something, you're like, that doesn't sound like that person would say that. This must be a fake, like that. But you have no way to prove it either way, which is kind of.
I only say that because earlier on this morning I saw somebody apologizing on behalf of a fake tweet, and they were just like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, this isn't us, and we're at this location." And it's just like, well, yeah.
You're not going to be able to get a lid on it.
So in this
far as we can
scenario,
tell.
the rumor is about you. You'd have to be like, "Well, this isn't true." Would you respond to it, or would you ignore it?
Well, the thing is,
You've been
Let's say you're a diddler, and they were like, "Oh, he's a diddler." And like, well, I'm not a diddler. Full stop.
I'm not a diddler.
Because how are you doing that?
could be
That's the
believable,
question. Because
so-
obviously, how are you just going not a diddler? Full stop. This is silly.
Right. Okay.
Folly.
So the people that I would care about thinking that are like, say, the people watching us, right? Like our audience, the people that tune
Sorry,
in.
hashtag Diddlegate's kicking off.
No. Tom Diddle.
Tom Diddle's diary.
What's the acronym?
What's the acronym? KIDS. What's the acronym?
Diddling managed.
Diddling done.
That's
Come
what
on,
that
that's
diddling done. Of course.
Diddling done.
What's this map for? Jesus Christ. Whose bedrooms are these? Highlighted here. Diddling done. Take that map away.
There's Dumbledore.
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 DC, isn't he?
Diddledore. Huh?
Diddlemore.
Diddlemore.
Have you signed up to Diddlemore? Of course, but diddling is very wrong.
This bastard's turning all these kids to stone. Wait a minute, that's not stone.
Oh man.
Diddle's just a funny word, okay? It's just a funny word.
I think. God, yeah.
So you've been accused of mass diddlery.
Right. Okay.
Diddlery.
Diddly with.
So are you
reckless
announcing and
intent.
saying, fuck this lame...
There's vicious rumor.
Convincing.
I mean, it
fakes
really
on-
comes
truth
down
to it. I want an angry video.
No! Shit! You're sullied my good name!
I'm not a diddler. In fact, I couldn't even diddle. I was in the Falklands, and after that, I just came home, and for some reason, I couldn't diddle.
I don't get erections.
I don't get erections anymore.
I don't.
The penis was removed in a weird bombing incident.
I can't sweat! Shit.
It's an unsweatable man.
But no, I think that, I mean, diddling aside, I think it would depend on the people that matter knowing and believing it, right? So you'd zoom it in immediately. I think the idea of a rumor that you can't control would be like, everywhere you go, every random person you'd meet in the street would know about it. Diddler!
No.
Diddler.
Diddly!
What if it wasn't as serious as that? It's just like, oh, I reckon I've been told he's got a huge fucking massive donger.
I'd let that one ride.
You would just let it be. You wouldn't be like, come on.
Not massive, not
guys.
huge.
What if it was like in that documentary, which has had a lot of airtime with us recently?
You've got to watch
where that guy,
My Massive Cock on Channel 4.
there's a guy
I saw that trending on Twitter, and I was like, wonder what this is.
My
Clicked
massive
it,
cock.
expecting to see a massive cock, and it's a Channel
Censored.
4 thing.
it's censored in there as well. It's
Is it?
kind of pointless
Wow.
when you consider
I
like
think Channel 4 would do it.
naked attraction.
They love that shit.
Naked attraction. You see their dick slowly visible. Obviously they're not erect, and some of them very small, but
Some
it's
of
the
them
size.
ugly as well. Some ugly dicks.
Oh, God.
That's the worst. Size doesn't affect me.
Some-
Just the pubes,
Yeah.
like real jungles.
Get down
like
there.
the penis is so
Manscaped.
small in the jungle. Anyway,
You want an adjustable clipper?
yeah, but there's a guy who looks like Littlewood in there who was really upset because his mates.
Oh no!
It's not Littlewood.
It's not Littlewood,
not
just to be clear.
He looks a bit like him. So if you see the documentary, you'll know. Anyway,
What, in My Massive Cock or Naked Attraction?
My Massive Cock,
Okay,
not
no.
Naked
I
Attraction.
mean, that's not a bad place to have a lookalike. The show.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
He's not like I say. He looks like
Yeah.
he looks a little bit like him.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was very upset because his friends were always like, teasing about his. Well, I say teasing. They were just like, "Oh, he's got a big car."
Well, they were sending
And
pictures
then, like-
of it to their mates
Yeah.
and to their like family WhatsApps and stuff like that.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then, like, when he was like talking to girls and stuff, they would go up to her and go, "Oh, he's got a massive cock, by the
We
way."
talking like
So the rumor-
fucking elbow to arm.
Yeah, like
Oh,
basically
picture-
so
like
much so.
invasive penises.
Yeah,
like,
he has to tell people because most of the time it's going
He'll
to be a
split them in
problem.
half.
Yeah.
yeah. And so,
I'm sorry, I'm going to split.
yes, you must know that you're going to need surgery after this. What?
Have you had kids? Damn.
Oh God, I need a size queen. What was I saying? So he was, yes. The rumor is, I mean, obviously, the rumor in that situation was true. But if you didn't have a giant penis, but you were judged for having a giant penis, and women, to the point where women actually avoided you because they've seen this documentary, would you go out there and be like, "No, I've got a tiny penis. Look at how small it is." Would you start on OnlyFans?
Yeah, make my OnlyFans.
Get a bit of cash from
my
it.
tiny cock.
My tiny cock. You get to see it.
Size.
Manscaping tips for size. Do you mind?
I'd Photoshop it to be really small, so it'd be like almost like a comical kind of like a, oh, look at that fucking freaky dick.
The same effect, but
Yeah.
antithesis.
I think so, because I think it would be more like the
What would
kind
you
of
call a size
curious,
queen?
But
curiosity of
Could
the.
you tell the Photoshop bots job where you've like used the warp tool to like.
Yeah, you see the pubes, like all the pubes are kind of like melding in.
With all the wallpaper in the
Yeah.
background, so it's a bit fucked.
It's like, look, so I'm just a sad face. Look how tiny my penis is. But you go so far that they'll never know how big your penis really is. So maybe that's a money-making scheme we should all get in on.
It's like when they cover cars in that weird paint so you can't take photos.
Yeah,
of
the
them.
stripy kind of zebra stuff where it's like, I'm
All
not
over
quite
your
sure where the
dick.
curves are, but it looks like it will be a good car.
I feel like if someone like started spreading rumors about me, though, I would like instantly just follow my three heroes. Grima Wormtongue, Peter Pettigrew, and Littlefinger, and
Nice,
just
yeah.
start a political intrigue campaign against the people spreading these rumors.
Right, yeah.
Brilliant.
I'd be going around. I'd be whispering like, "Did you hear Smithy's a diddler?"
Oh,
And then-
right. So you
like anti.
you would be spreading
I'd
new
be-
rumors about other
Yeah,
people.
but I'd be putting it in people's ears, like the right people's ears, and just like I would disappear. You'd be like, "Where did Ravs go?" And I'm like, "Gone already."
He's already
We've
out.
been talking about all these other guys. And
He's off
horrible
chasing
things they've
Sansa.
Yeah.
the internet moves
True.
quickly. They
I think
get
Peter
bored.
Pettigrew doesn't deserve to be a peer of those other two, just as an aside. But second of all, I think that you're part of the anti-growth coalition.
I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
I have no idea what
That's
that
what
is.
they all
I
say.
I think
guess.
it fell
That's what
apart
we'll
quite
say.
quickly.
Huh?
I think the idea of it fell apart quickly.
Part of the anti-growth coalition.
Does that mean that like I can't get an erection?
I think so. I think
It can mean whatever
I
you
think
want.
that's a
I see.
subtext,
I think the
Okay.
idea is it can mean anything.
and that's why I'm part of it because I'm just beating that. Down.
Oh,
And they're
okay.
like,
Yeah.
Come on, you grow! Anti-growth. You are part of the coalition. Get a boner.
Get a boner.
You probably have time for a third hypothetical. Do you reckon?
Oh,
Okay.
we
Unless
do.
you wanna settle
Easily.
No, we
dick
definitely,
talk a
we
bit more.
definitely do.
No, I'm done with the
You could do
animated.
more dick talk
No, I think
or rumors. Do you ever believe the ones you see scrawled on bathroom walls? Remember that one we saw scrawled in a pub that was about felching cats?
Tom
Archer felches cats.
Yes.
I believe that to this day.
The thing is, anyone that's going to take the time in a vulnerable situation like going to the toilet, taking a shit,
to write that
trousers
truth down.
to get that truth
Yeah.
out there, I think we need to listen and hear them.
Did you guys
Something's
think you were
been
part
carved.
of like a national treasure film?
Look at this. Right there, it says the secret's there.
It says it's on
that
the Lincoln
one.
Memorial.
It was the entire table was riddled with shit as well. Like
How
it's
would you
scrawled
even
on like
felch a cat?
biro and like
the only
carvings.
reason I don't believe it, the only reason,
Yeah.
is because I find it very difficult to imagine a cat would allow it to be felched. They hate that kind of thing.
Plus, like the wording,
Joe Archer? Who was it?
Tom Archer.
Tom Archer felches cats.
Was it Tom Archer?
I think it was
I
Tom.
can't remember now. But yeah, it was someone Archer. Joe?
I don't think
Tom?
it matters.
It should
It
matter.
should.
Someone needs to look out for those cats.
So,
These
yeah, the
poor
wording
cats.
was cats. Like,
Smaller one.
they've managed to convince multiple cats to get
Convince them?
felched. So,
I've forgotten what felching is. Is that where you belch? Wait,
It's
what's
something to do with
felching?
a
Do you know what
straw,
felching is?
Fly Urban
Something-
Dictionary.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah.
Straw.
Because we went on
Yeah.
about munting a while back. Do you know what munting is?
I
Right.
feel like I knew what munting was. We talked about munting.
He's doing an example of it now. He's pushing his hand down and breathing in the final breath of a dead corpse.
But it's coming out of the genitals. So you push on the stomach.
No,
of
it's
the
the
dead
genitals.
and then you breathe.
I thought it was
the
the
gas that
mouth.
comes out of the genitals. I thought.
I thought it was mouth. So you
genitals.
squeeze the. Oh, is it out of the
The
genitals?
stomach.
You just push the stomach
you push
down
the
on
stomach, and you've got like.
Well, you don't need a pipe.
munting. Yeah. So
Munting.
he's like,
Munting.
oh, it's a Friday night. I'm going to go munting down the graveyard. Want to come with? Yeah, sure. I love digging up bodies. That's the kind
And then
of
they've
that's
got a
the nice little
bloated
example for
belly,
you.
and you push it down and suck their genital air.
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Trott, what
Is it something that anyone's ever done? I don't know.
Is it like a psychedelic?
Well, I don't know what.
No, just disgusting.
No.
Felching is a sexual practice involving the act of sucking semen out of the anus of one's partner.
For a cat.
So
though.
you'd have to suck semen out of a cat's ass.
Like I say, I can't imagine a cat being particularly up for that.
A cat is not alive in this situation. There's no way you're getting a cat to hold. I mean, you've got a cat.
Well, there was a
One,
rumor.
you've got to get to come inside it, which is pretty rough, and then you've got to get a straw up there.
There was a
None of
rumor
that's
at my
happening.
school that this guy used to fuck his cat, and I don't know why, but it just like.
We had
spread
that in
around the
secondary
whole-
school
Oh,
with a
really?
dog. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But that
I
one
mean,
seems
it
to always
happens.
stick.
Did you ever find out if it was true? I mean, how do you find that kind of thing out? Because there's all sorts of.
Jesus.
School is
That
a
is-
breeding ground for all these
That's
crazy
the kind
rumors.
of rumor that would get spread about someone. So
That's it.
Smith, you're a dog fucker.
Yeah, or you didn't
That's
know.
the rumor.
Yeah, maybe that's it. You find out at the age of 34 that everyone at school thought
They
that you
love
fucked
dogs, not that way.
cats.
No!
And then you didn't know then.
I
but
didn't.
Now they're like, oh, you're the guy
I'll
who
fight you.
fucked cats, right?
I'll fight you. I'll fight
Are you
you.
the guy who fucked cats?
No,
You're
I'll
like,
fight you.
No.
No. He's taken a
He's
very
going back to school.
classic defense here,
Back to school.
where he will engage in.
And who says I fuck
violence.
dogs gets fighting?
I said you fucked cats.
And I said, "Fuck."
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine, yeah. That's different. That's
I
slightly
said fuck
different.
cats. You're all right, mate. You're all right. You're all right.
Dogs, no.
Dogs, no. I'll fight you.
Son of a bitch.
I'll fight you. That is the only way to quell a rumor.
Fight them back.
Violence.
Have you heard any
Sudden and immediate
weird? I mean, that
violence.
was a weird rumor that you've heard about someone. The other rumors were just like whether like teachers were fucking students.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Where it's
I
like,
can
oh, we're
believe
pretty sure that
some of
Mrs. So and so is fucking him, and they were always in the music room together.
Yeah.
You can't tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're fucking.
Loads
He's
of
pretty
that.
tall.
Secondary
how that
schools
went.
are obviously absolutely rife with complete bollocks.
Yeah.
But once in a while, something's going to be true. And I mean, we had teachers that married students after they graduated from secondary
Wow.
school.
You did.
Yeah, we had two
Yes.
teachers that eventually got married because they were fooling around in like the textiles room. But I think Trott was
Store
actually in that room.
That was my tutor.
Yeah, and I mean, but they got married and they were very nice people. They were really nice people. Like, there's nothing. I don't particularly see a huge problem with that. Maybe
Wait, so they
inappropriate,
started
but-
seeing them in secondary school, but didn't do anything until after.
No,
secondary
they were
school?
both
Those are
teachers
two
at our
teachers.
secondary school,
Yeah.
both single.
Yeah.
and
Oh, they were both
they,
teachers.
They were fooling
that's,
around.
Oh, right. I thought you meant student.
No, somebody
teacher.
else. No, one of the science teachers married a girl after she graduated from secondary.
There is
the
that
the
too.
same secondary school. Yeah, that happened.
And she got pregnant
yeah.
very soon after.
But I think they still are together.
Bloody Yeovil.
I think they still are together.
If it's the same teacher,
Yeah, I think it is. I
You
think
guys all at the same school as well.
me and Trott were.
Me and
Oh.
Smith were, and I met
Okay.
Ross at uni.
Okay.
I didn't hear any stories about
Okay.
marriage.
But then Ross did go to school in Swindon, so he's had roughly the similar sort of upbringing to us in terms of southwest.
There was just as I left, there was a hammer attack, which
Wow.
was bad. It was really bad. Apparently, a big
Just
gang.
as you left, yeah.
As not just,
you
as I left,
fled.
just as I was getting to my car to grab the hammer. No, I've graduated. Yeah. No, there was a hammer attack, and they put up walls, like big kind of
yeah,
prison.
they did that with ours as well.
Prison
Yeah.
style
Yeah.
kind of like gates around the
became
entire
an academy.
perimeter, and it just
Yeah.
We had the alcoholic physics teacher.
Oh, we had an alcoholics.
Yeah.
Wait,
I had an alcoholic form tutor who was also a science teacher.
ours was a
nice.
physics teacher who was also an alcoholic. 'Cause
alcoholic.
The smell was really
Was it?
Yeah, he
overpowering.
had whiskey breath, and he'd be like, back in a minute, children. He'd go away, and then
Yeah.
like
Quite
clearly
sad,
had a little
really.
Was it a
flask.
science teacher?
Yep.
Science. Well,
Yeah.
He had bottles. I remember him having bottles of water,
Ah.
saying like, "This is how much you need to drink a day."
Yeah. glug, glug, glug. But he was really good at hiding it because he was also really
That's
fit.
vodka, pure vodka.
He would
sir.
like cycle to and from work every day, and he seemed very together. And it never really interrupted. I thought he was a good teacher, to be honest. I mean,
Mine died before he
I think
left,
a good
so-
teacher who's also a functional alcoholic can be a better teacher than a bad teacher
Yeah.
who's not a functional alcoholic. Sometimes, like, just saying.
Did you ever get those teachers who just yelled all the time though? Who were just like, sit down. It's like, fucking
Yes,
hell.
French
I don't want to be
teacher.
sent back there.
He was a very nice man, but he got very angry. He got so angry that his
Yeah.
eyes would like pop out of the fucking sockets. We also had. I was at a Catholic school, so we had religious education.
Oh yeah, of course. No,
But he had like
Religious studies.
8 ex-wives.
Right.
Oh.
It was like they kept up dying. It was kind of weird. All of his wives kept dying. And then he was also had a reputation for being a bit of a creep. He'd make people with short skirts sit at the front of the class. And then
Ugh.
when he stopped teaching, first legally gay married man in the UK.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
What the hell, really?
that's
Yep.
crazy.
In Scotland, not the UK.
So
wait,
the
is the
race-
guy who this is the one who's died?
All of his ex-wives died.
So ex-wives, and then he got
yeah,
married to a man.
yep. First in the UK.
So,
it's hard not
so he
to-
killed all his wives, and
Yeah.
then thought,
Hard not to
fuck
create a
it.
story there. You know, like
It was really hard not to create a story.
Right. Hammer.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
to arms.
My goodness.
Another wife.
Crusading time.
I don my big old metal helmet, and my hammer comes out, and I'm ready to fight.
That is quite the story.
How old was he to get married 8 times?
I don't know. He
and
was
then-
like, I think he must have been like 60 or something when he was teaching us.
Right, so he got married
Yeah.
8 times.
Yeah,
It's like a
something-
Henry
something
VIII
like that.
character.
It's something like that.
He wasn't
That's a
finding
rumour.
himself
That can't
just
be
yet,
true.
but it took
Yeah.
6 murders
Yeah.
to get to it.
Man.
My German teacher, one of my friends in class, she really didn't like him, and like, you know, he was fine, but like he used to like wind her up, you know, like he was a nice guy really, and I think he was kind of playing around, and she took like what I would say was an unfair dislike to him, right? So like, you know, sometimes I think a teacher makes a judgment about somebody and they're just like, I'm just gonna like always suspect that this kid is like trying to fuck with me, you know.
Yeah.
And so she would always be quite standoffish with him. Anyway, he ended up dating his daughter.
Wait,
Dating
what?
her daughter, sorry. Yeah, and like for like two years, like every night, like after like class, like she'd give him a lift home and stuff.
Come on
like,
now, let's watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I was just like, what? He's like, yeah, it's her daughter I'm seeing. I was just like, that's funny.
What a power play.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a power play there.
Jesus.
Damn.
Christ.
I mean, do you imagine like coming home and your daughter's like sat there with her new boyfriend? You're just like, it's you, you little bastard.
We also had this
It
art.
certainly ruins the dynamic.
Yeah.
We had an art teacher where her husband died by getting hit by a train.
Oh, shit.
And
Jesus.
people spread this rumor that she was there and she saw it, and the police found her like fully naked, crowing like a pigeon. So people,
Wow.
yeah, people used to call her the pigeon lady, and she would get really mad at it. And then we were doing. This was a really nasty thing I did. We were doing an art project. We were making things out of clay, so I obviously made a clay pigeon.
Oh, for God's sake.
And she came over and she was like, "Oh, that's so lovely. That's so nice and stuff." And I was like, "Thanks."
She loves
I felt
pigeons.
so bad.
Yeah, I bet.
Maybe you didn't
Yeah.
realize that. Maybe she did actually do the pigeon thing.
Yeah.
What you did, you created like kind of
Closure.
This
Oh,
yeah,
maybe
a
she's
realistic looking
Can I
pigeon.
keep this? And she just like cherished it, and it was closure for her.
Fucking secondary school is probably the most like emotionally destructive
It's a weird
like
time, isn't it?
environment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like where you're just
You
like
can really
such
make or break.
bastards to people. Like, you know, you can be a real bastard to people, right? Like
Yep.
holy shit! Imagine like that woman is
There are
like
some people who just
grieving.
avoided
and
all
she's
that.
walking, not to take it out of you, but like in general, I remember people like doing stuff like that, like, you know, like making teachers feel really like bad, you know, like you know, like trying to break them, and like I can imagine if you went to a school and you got kids, a lot of kids who are like 15, 16, they're like. They're taller, you know. Like it's not no longer like you're a little child. It's more like you're a young adult.
You're an awkward gangly
Yeah.
freak of a kid.
But like the teachers, man, they used to get like being a secondary school teacher.
Oh my god, it's nightmarish.
Oh god, it could never.
We had like a substitute teacher that got like bullied so hard she cried and fled the class.
Oh,
And she was like,
we've
she
had that.
was holding a Bible, a dictionary upside down, like pretending to read it to just try and ignore all the barrage of hatred that children were throwing at her.
Yeah.
It was fucking awful.
My form was a circus.
Well, one of the forms locked one of the teachers in a cupboard.
Yeah,
in a cupboard, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Which is like,
Teacher.
I guess, because you get the store cupboards which you can walk into.
Yeah.
And then they would just lock it closed and put a chair in it. Put a chair against it. And then they were like, I missed it in the cupboard.
It's like, let me out.
And like, there'll be some students like, come on, let her out. And it's like, no, fuck off, you're staying in there. And you get these dickheads. It's just like,
Yeah.
I hate those kids.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm not anywhere near those
They're
people.
extremely maladjusted.
Yeah, some of them died. So
And if
That makes me feel bad.
yeah, honestly, there's a cathartic thing. There was a guy who was like, really horrible to a kid who had like a clear illness, and he is dead now. So, well, first he went homeless and then he died.
hammered? Was it a hammer?
Well, it wasn't a hammer.
Okay.
But it's the perfect kind of like cathartic kind of like, well, this is what you get for being a fucking cunt your entire life.
Yeah. The
This
thing
is
is,
it. You're dead now.
the problem is, and I do agree with what you're saying.
I'm not celebrating his death. I'm
Yeah.
just not sad.
Yeah,
because he was
yeah.
a cunt to people. So if you're a cunt to people, we won't be sad that you're dead. That's pretty much the message.
I mean, that's fair.
I think that
the
goes
problem
for
is
anyone.
with kids, though, at that age, they are the product of their parents.
Of course,
but you're completely. And at a certain point, you have to start taking responsibility for your own actions.
Oh, yeah.
And I do agree with you. Eventually, if you stay a cunt for your whole life, people are not going to be glad when you die.
Definitely. It's just like, well,
fucking true.
you terrorize people, be a bully all your life. It's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to ask, what's Mr. Bus?
So
Fuck me.
this is another teacher that got locked in my school. He was called Mr. Bus.
His name's actually
Bus?
Mr. Bus.
Mr. Bus. And
That's his actual name.
he got locked.
Sorry, Mr. Bus.
Yeah.
Mr. Bus.
First of
Actually, no,
all,
I drove.
that's great.
No, I
So
drove.
he wasn't locked in a cupboard. He was locked in the toilet. And everyone was like pinning it shut. It's like, you're gonna miss the bus.
Oh, I
It's a
see.
joke. And this is all like in like recreation
That's
time.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Mr. Bus.
Hell.
Oh,
Funny pun. I mean,
that's good fun.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
but
wasn't
I
happy.
really felt sorry for that guy. But then he sent me to the exclusion room. Only teacher would ever do that to me.
I had the exclusion room as
Did
well
you?
at our school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got sent there once.
Same once
Yeah.
to me as well. It was completely unjust.
It was it felt like almost dystopian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I did was the stair trick outside of a window. I got sent outside.
You did walking down a fake set of stairs. Hi. Did you do the lift afterwards? Or?
Yeah. I was doing a few things, and he was just like, "Right, that's it. Insubordination. Go to the exclusion room." And I'm like,
Power trip.
but like the thing is, right? He'd put up with so much crazy shit from like the really dysfunctional kids, and then I was just like, I did one little bit of insubordination, and I was
straw that
punished.
broke the camel's back.
Yeah, that was it.
They were on the edge.
Yeah, that unfortunately made me somewhat wrathful.
Well,
So you locked him in the fucking
So I
toilet.
got that son of a bitch in the cupboard again. Oh, guess who's not getting the fucking bus?
school punishment system is unjust though. Like I in primary school, I got some orange juice in my eye, and the head teacher saw me get some
What?
orange juice in my eye.
Orange juice.
I was
Okay.
eating an orange. We had golden time where we got
squirt.
to eat fruit.
Golden
and
time.
If we ate
Golden
fruit,
time.
That's
Yeah,
what it was
how old-
called.
what
You would
year
get a
was
little
this?
sticker, and at the end of the week, if you had enough stickers, it was like every sticker was 5 minutes. You were allowed to play outside. At
This
the end
primary
of
Is this primary school?
primary school.
Yeah, that makes sense.
wow.
That
And
makes
I was
sense.
eating my fruit, and I, opened it up, and some oranges squirted in my eye. The teacher saw it. She was like, "Detention." I was like, "What the fuck? What
That's
the fuck?"
weird.
But then I went on in
got
primary
punished?
school to win the exemplary pupil award.
Right,
The
okay. Oh, yeah.
top
Yeah.
top lad.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I got.
You got top lad.
But then
Nice.
she was like, "Yes, Jonathan, he got the Diamond Award and had never had detention." I was like, "You lying cow, you gave me detention, you fucking bitch." But I was like,
I hope you
standing there with
die.
my little plaque, like, yes.
Yes.
But then it
We'll
went-
never think about that one time
But then,
that I squirted myself in the eye.
Secondary school, I got exclusion room for running with a bit of wood in tech class.
They take running very seriously in
That's
those
so
classes.
bad. We used to try and clog up all the extraction systems.
wow.
I say we. I would do the tame stuff like try and clog up the
Give me those oily
extraction systems.
rags.
Our very disliked technology tutor, she would leave the room and people would chuck rasps into the angle grinders and stuff like like the spinning like
Yeah.
they'd put it up to full and they'd just stick a rasp in it and it would just shower the entire
Oh
room
my
in a hail of sparks, right?
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, they kept on plugging up the toilets, turning the taps on. They were those big Victorian like it was chaos.
Well, there was some guy smeared shit all over the toilet walls at one point.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
But they wrote their own names. They
Yeah,
were
I
caught
know. Who does that? But
in
it
their own
does
shit.
happen.
They were
Yeah.
picking it up with
Yeah.
toilet paper and just
Yeah.
Like what?
A teacher once said that to me. He says, "You don't want to go in there. In there, they write their names and shit on the wall." Like this was like
What
one
kind
of
of
like the.
primitive act is that in general?
Also,
Like,
why
what-
is the teacher just like, "Yeah, this is just what
It's
happens"?
just normal for these types of schools.
Do you guys ever do that magnesium strip one
Oh, yeah.
where you burn it
Yeah,
over
yeah.
a Bunsen burner? I waved that around like,
Oh, shit.
and I was like Wingardium
that's
Leviosa.
dangerous. Yeah.
Oh,
And
it's
it
like a Harry
landed
Potter
on a
reference.
stack of paper.
I just went up.
Oh shit.
It did slightly light on fire, and I got only a punishment exercise for this. But after that teacher hated me. So I
Really?
was sitting. I used to have long hair
Did
in
you?
school. Yeah. So I used to like sit in his class and be like,
Oh,
do
wow.
that move. And then like, he wrote a note, gave it to me,
Yeah.
and sent me to the headmaster. And I was reading the note on the way. It's like, "Jonathan's hair is getting in his way of his learning. I recommend that he gets a haircut."
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Wow. Oh my
God damn.
haircut.
I stole some of that magnesium ribbon from
Did
school
you?
because it's the only thing that can ignite thermite. So well, I say not the only thing. The problem with thermite is it's really easy to make but really difficult to ignite because it has a really high ignition point.
Yeah.
And you can make it by combining rust and just those aluminium running back things. If you scrape off the outsides of those really fine and then mix it.
So all you need is a baton and some rust.
And some rust, scraped off of a bike frame, and then you've got this really fine powder, but it won't ignite with a normal lighter. If you've got magnesium ribbon, which you can only get, is controlled. If you need to steal it from a secondary school science class, and then you just stick a bit of ribbon and light it.
Do you often tell people how to make thermite on this podcast?
It's not. Google it.
Yeah.
It's not really a secret. It's just like firework. You could.
What did you do with it? Did you bust
firework.
open some doors?
No, I did nothing cool with it. I just set it on fire in my parents' garden.
Was it the same year you made napalm, or was it?
No, that was different. That was my mate's farm. My mate had kerosene. Kerosene is really flammable. It's more flammable than petrol.
Yeah.
So we were like, fuck yeah. And we mixed it with some polystyrene. You just melt polystyrene into kerosene. You got yourself a very sticky, flammable substance. Put it in a bottle. Yeet it. Thing is, we were yeeting it about his yard, and his yard,
no.
one of the hedges belonged to his neighbour, and it just fucking splashed up onto this hedge, and we were like, it's fine, we'll put it out. We've got sand, because we were like, we're so smart, we know that water won't really put it out, but we've got loads of sand, and then we start heaping sand on this hedge, and it's just not going out. It is not going out. And
I guess it's just attached to leaves and stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, we're scraping it. We were using a spade to scrape it onto the floor and then chuck the sand on. But the thing was, we were putting the sand on, and you wouldn't believe it, looking at it with your own eyes. But the fire would just continue. You chuck the sand on, and it would just come up through the sand, and it went out. It was just burnt out.
You love the smell?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't smell very good. Yeah. Oh, this is another. I worry about all the things I've inhaled over the years because you have to melt it, so you got to use an electric burner. Don't use open flames. Pyro.
Don't do it.
How about
that?
A pyro's best tool is an electric outdoor grill because you do not want to use open flames because it ignites it. Don't fuck around with it. It's dangerous.
Well, yeah, we've seen you try to make a potato cannon.
That didn't go well. I need a bigger valve, all right? I need a bigger combustion chamber.
You didn't have one.
I didn't have one. We'll do it again at some point.
Yeah.
You want to come and make a potato cannon with us?
Absolutely. Sounds good.
You want to
You're
come
gonna
and
come
stuff
pack
some card packs?
Cards with us.
I said I would do that already.
You did.
I said
Because I think we're going to get Stumpy down.
Shatwog.
Yeah, we'll try and get... we don't have a specific date. It's before Jingle Jam, but after the 24th. So
I'll do it.
Short window of time.
Okay, so in that week then.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
We'll do it that week. Okay.
Sure.
But we'll get you in.
You've all heard it here first.
You've heard it here first.
We've got Tom and Rabs now, right? No, we asked Tom. We didn't ask Tom. We've got somebody.
Barry said he might do it.
Harry.
Craig will be there anyway.
Stumpy
said he'll come
Stumpy
down.
said he would come down.
I
think he wants to come and show his new car as well. He's got his new car, so he's going to come.
Yeah, Stumpy's going to be official taxi driver, so he'll come pick you up.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll make napalm in his car.
Yeah. We made napalm.
So you guys are always doing some weird shit, and I always want to do weird shit.
We want to do weird shit. Well, it's not always that.
I'm not blowing up a lot.
We don't blow up buildings.
We did that one in Bristol the other day, and that didn't go down.
Yeah, well, it didn't go down at all. It kind of stayed up still.
Stayed up.
Yeah.
No, just put a gate around
that
it.
building company gave us a load of money to do that.
Yeah. That was a weird brand
they
deal.
said something about insurance.
Okay, today, guys.
Burning down
Doing an insurance again.
a listed, graded building.
Who's
Yeah.
it sponsored by? I don't know, World of Tanks, probably.
Anyway, he's got the fuel. Should we do the last hypothetical here?
Sure.
It says,
Why not? All three.
All three. Well, we've got extra time today, so it's a bit longer than normal. 100% proof is found that being buried after death traps the person's consciousness in a lake of fire. Does humanity start digging everyone up, or just move on?
Oh my God! You honestly have to dig people up.
What's done is done.
We obviously. So there's definite proof, 100% proof. So I think they would start removing the bodies.
Such a weird question.
They would exhume as many corpses as possible. Although, would they? I feel like there'll be a side that still don't believe the proof.
Well, he says move on straight away.
Well, I
move on.
instantly said move on.
Done and
What's
dusted.
done is
Because I think
done.
there'll be
There's
families.
too many bodies.
What if you literally buried a relative like last week and you know their consciousness is burning?
I would make a rule.
They've been burning for 10 years.
Anyone
They're
who's
used to
been-
it now. It's all they know.
Anyone in the past 10 years who's been buried can be dug up.
Right.
Anyone further than that, go
Can't
fuck
be us.
yourself.
Damn. Sorry, Granddad.
Yeah.
I'm curious about the proof. Like, how do you prove such a thing?
Well, you just got to take it as valid.
So we know it's proof.
Well, yeah, because I had an NDE. They put me in the ground. They stopped my heart, and sure enough,
started
burning.
How do you prove such a thing? But yeah, okay, so there is 100% proof. That's,
Ow.
It's like the thing in Inception. Yes, they can go into your mind, whatever.
Well, does it
Except
suddenly
that's the
become a war crime if you bury someone?
Maybe.
That would
A torture
be,
mechanism.
Yeah.
It'd also
It'd be a
dead.
crime, full stop. It wouldn't be a war crime.
It'd be a strange, where their consciousness, they're dead.
Do the dead have the same rights as the living? That's all I'm saying.
Should we, hey, Dad, should we...
New moral quandaries, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Should we exhume Grandma? Nah.
Do we keep the
but
brain
she's
burns or
laying
not?
in a lake of fire.
Yeah, but she's
Like-
probably warm. She always used to come. We're only going to have to
We
pay.
don't really know, do we?
She has to worry about a lecky bill,
we
does
do.
she?
We're only going to have to pay for a care for longer.
Yeah. She was like the...
Well, you just dig them up and then you use
She
another
loved-
method of burial, sky burial. Hire
Sky
some,
burial.
hire some vultures.
The alternative is you
way.
have to be melted in a barrel of acid.
Sick.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
Do you guys want to be buried or cremated?
The part of me wants
Wow.
to be buried. A part of me wants to be
But
buried.
what about the eternal fire?
Well, in this hypothetical.
Well, not if this is true.
Yeah.
If we have 100% proof that I'm going to be in a lake of fire, I'm going to, I guess, cremate.
I
don't really care, to be honest, because I'm going to be dead.
Like, take all my organs, save some lives,
Yeah.
and shit, and then throw me in a fucking ditch.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I think I'm the only one here that's got a will. I would
I
remind
still
you
need to
guys
do one.
maybe do one of those.
Well, I mean, you
Yeah,
put a lot of
probably
ferment
should.
and stuff, so it makes sense. You've planned ahead.
Yeah, well, I originally said I wanted to be cremated because, like Trott, I was like, I've been an organ donor for a decade, and I've got to say that now because nobody's going to care when I'm dead. But
Well, actually, legally, you have to opt out.
you have to opt out now, right? Oh, I'm a card carrier. I did it before; it was cool.
Yeah,
I'm also a card carrier. I've got
Yeah, well, you haven't died and given your
Yeah, they
organs away.
fucking go really fucked up really quickly,
Yeah.
don't they?
Well, the
Like,
card.
he's got some plastic waste in his wallet. Does that mean we can take his organs?
Is there any sensitive information on
paper,
there?
mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Look
same
at
one.
that.
Yeah,
Look at
exactly.
that.
the
That is
same.
fucking grim.
They find that and they're like, thank God, let's
all
take
like
it. This looks
scuffed.
official.
Yeah, it's
scuffed on the
It
edges.
looks really grim. Like, ugh.
But yeah, I originally was like, whip them all out, like Trott says, and like help somebody if you can.
What if it helped the next Hitler? Would you be annoyed that your body was used?
I'd be
for that?
annoyed, yeah. I think
But again, it's
my heart.
it's a very complex situation to
Yeah.
even assess, and you are dead. There's nothing you can do.
but I've changed my mind, and I want you to remember this because my will still says
No, they took it
cremation. This is yeah. Sorry.
You just want to be burnt to ashes.
No, I want to be turned into a mushroom.
Oh yeah, you said that.
So like, I really like this
So you
idea.
can do one last mushroom stamp.
Oh, one last. No, but
Mushroom tap.
I really like this idea of like, first of all, wild burial. Problem is, right, it's actually quite hard because there's not enough space to bury everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, wild burial, and hopefully have some mushrooms grown out of me because that way you may join a
mycelial network.
Mycelial network, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, the interconnecting.
What
fabric.
about, what about under a tree and some mushrooms underneath
Lovely.
the tree? So you've got
Yeah.
which is a nice, lovely garden.
Lovely.
Say you've bought a plot for 100 years, rented it, whatever.
That's interesting you say that. So like a bunch of like really historic and beautiful and like sort of desired, let's say, burial grounds, like like the classic rural burial grounds you see that are usually really nice and usually like maintained and shit. They're all running out of space. And the thing is as well, you got people there, especially in places like England, since we're such an old country, that have been there for hundreds of years. Who's like paying for that upkeep? You know, they're basically saying like they're getting to the point now where these full graveyards are going to start to become disused because even if family are looking after the grave after 100 years, what have you seen that's made you laugh? After 100 years, who's paying for it? Like,
sorry, someone said they tossed their dad's ashes off a windy cliff and ended up eating a bit of it.
oh,
And that's where the addiction will kick in.
and that's where you get it from. Well, that tastes
no.
Oh shit, that's like the
That's all
powder
right.
at the bottom of a packet of pork scratchings.
Yeah, it's like Pringles paprika.
Yeah.
Do you think about
Make sure you know where the wind's blowing before you do
like
that.
because you want a wild burial and become a mushroom, you're in a forest. What if a random Hat Films fan who now knows how to make napalm ends up going to fuck around with some napalm?
Don't
throws it
you
in
in a
there, and
forest.
your mushroom hedgy garden just lights up in fire. Then your whole mycelial network's feeling that pain.
Yeah.
And
That- you're
just
trapped in
building up the
hellfire.
sentience
I'm
again.
trapped in hellfire and I've just gone round to the same problem. I'm still trapped in hellfire.
Yeah.
It's a good point. I would hope that maybe part of me would grow into a psychedelic mushroom and then a person has a trip and I'm responsible for that
you're
trip.
like, in here.
I'm like Willy Wonka on
back,
the
bitch.
fucking to the front of the fucking boat. You know, like, where are we going? Who did I just eat?
Fuck's sake. They need to stop doing these natural burials. Tripping out on people's bodies.
Someone I met at the pub worked at a morgue and crematorium. and they were telling us some interesting stories about how, like, if you don't prepare the bodies properly for cremation, or if it's like a larger person, that they can just really combust and explode. Like, they can explode and just
all the gases and stuff.
Fires just roaring from all like the fat and shit.
Yeah. What? So they like take a lot of the liquid
they have
out?
to like take a lot of stuff out of you and stuff.
They replace a lot of it with
with some other shit,
iodine and shit like that.
Yeah.
So did you say cremation?
I don't know what I want, because I was like, salt and cremate me. I watched Supernatural once. I ain't taking those chances. All right, salt and burn me. But now I'm like, maybe buried. I don't know. But then like
haunting sounds like fun.
Haunting does kind of sound fun.
Well, I like to be bombed into like a sword or something. It's like someone picks up the cursed sword.
I like that.
What about cryogenic freezing? Which we have discussed before, whether you get frozen just before you die or after you die, and obviously the expense of it. But if it wasn't,
I'd give it a go.
Crazy
definitely.
expensive, but like, you freeze me. What if something cool happens where it's just like, now I can be kind of reanimated?
But it's just not affordable.
Well, if money was no object, I'd love to be shot into space in the direction of a black hole.
Ooh.
Because
one day you'll hit that, and then you might.
Fuck knows what's going to happen in there.
Yeah.
You know?
What if you just miss it? It's like the orbit of
You just
you got stuck in an orbit of another planet, a star.
Shit.
Oh shit. And I'm just haunting this asteroid, tumbling forever through nothingness.
Waiting for Dead Space 4.
But firing towards a wormhole is interesting. Who knows?
That's pretty cool.
And you could be.
Well, don't they say the closer you get to the horizon, the more time slows down?
Yeah, spaghettification.
From our perspective,
Spaghettification. There we go.
It's when like you just. It looks like you get super stretched out. Yeah.
Well, you reach the horizon line, and it looks like the person just stops because of the way time is warped.
Yeah.
The black hole.
Yeah. So you
At least in science fiction, it's kind of it's just you see this kind of like stretch, and then they just go into the horizon.
I don't think it's even a stretch. It's just a still image.
Just a little still.
Yeah.
But I think if you're in there, I think it feels like that. You get fucked up.
Every particle and
it's all ripped, down to its base form.
What you could do, Trott, you could be
black hole
forced.
denies, though. I think you go through and you start a new life.
You just reset.
It's a way to like.
button.
You come back as Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
You know how people like chase all these crazy trips, like what's it called? That
Ayahuasca.
Yeah.
Ayahuasca,
Do you think that when we have more access to space, some people are like, I'm gonna fly in a black hole? But that's well trippy, mate.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fucking weird.
Yeah.
That was kind of in the Expanse a little bit, wasn't
You
it?
get like
the
black hole shaman.
Well, I got the Daredevil like Expanse like fighters, like riders that like try and get as close to the black hole and get flung.
The gravity racers.
They
I think
like
they
live
call
on
them.
the edge. Like you could get sucked in, but I could get blasted out.
They use slingshotting. Really cool idea. Yeah. I think going back to Trott, you wanted to be a sword. You could definitely get some of your ashes used. They could extract the carbon and make the steel. You could literally be
might be a little bit like num 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 and then dink dink.
Oh fuck me! This is Morris. This is like the dust they put on those cinnamon grahams.
Put me in the sword.
No.
Stop it. No. I want to be a
mixed with a bag of gravel.
Sword.
It's like, I'm just on someone's pavement.
Now I'm just a letter opener.
True.
Now he's a tiny little needle point.
You don't enough ash for a letter opener.
Yeah, you were used as a letter opener.
Do they cremate them there and then? Like, as in like a clip, like at like a
ceremony? Yeah.
They're not actually burning the body there.
Yeah.
Or are they burning it before or after? I feel like it doesn't really matter, surely. Like, because it goes behind a curtain and it's like, that's it.
Yeah.
And then
it goes into a thing.
It's not just like.
It's kind of traumatic, as Trott says.
It is. It goes into
it's dark.
It
looks dark.
Fire space. Obviously, an open fire is quite dangerous, so they close it in and burn them. I've been to an open burial.
They didn't burn the actual casket.
An open cremation.
Oh,
I talked about this, right? In Kenya.
Open. Oh, wow. No, I don't know.
God, no. I'm not sure you really did.
Are we talking like a cool pyre situation where like you're putting a bunch of sticks
they think they were a witch and they burnt them?
No. So we somehow, this was like in my gap year, where I just went to Kenya without a plan for 6 weeks, and we became friends with a really out there guy, Kenyan. And he was just doing crazy shit all the time and taking us all these different places. And he said he used to be like in the circus, and he's like,
wow.
He just used to show us all the time. It was like, look what I can do. And he was like on a pool table, and he used to do like handstands and shit. And we're like, that's kind of crazy. He's like, you should come to my house. I live in a mansion, like an insanely big mansion. We're like, what the hell?
It's gonna burn someone.
Yeah, and he drives us there. He's a crazy driver as well, in like a really nice car. We're like, what? Who is this guy? 90-year-old wife. Rich as fuck.
Really?
Right.
Has like a toy boy circus Kenyan.
Oh my
Very
God.
gymnastic,
Yeah.
flexible.
Wow.
While we were out there, she dies.
Oh my god. Right. Okay.
And we see him and he's like, oh, so sad. That's really sad.
Wiping his eyes with
I
like,
want
money.
you guys at the funeral. It's like, you should come.
Oh
And
my
we're
god.
like,
How are you gonna say no to that? Yeah. Like.
Yeah,
if
did you
someone's
stay
helping
in the
you out-
He's got
mansion?
like
or not?
an edge to him, which is like you don't really want to like
don't know what-
fuck around with this guy
Right.
because
Yeah.
Seems
quite
dangerous.
scary and he's got guns and stuff.
And you married a 90-year-old.
Did
Well,
you
maybe
stay at his
80
house?
Something.
No, we didn't stay, but we definitely visited and like
Yeah.
hung around for a bit.
Yeah.
But he was like tending to his really elderly
Yeah.
sick wife.
So the
Yeah.
funeral was.
The funeral, they decided to do an open Darth Vader style burning.
Fucking hell.
What?
So you put them on literally on a plinth,
Oh god.
set the body on fire.
Wow. Shit. What was the smell like?
Were you wearing like your fucking?
Do you remember the smell?
I didn't really stay for very long.
No.
Just kind of showed my face and was like, "That's fucked up. Time to leave."
Oh no! Oh shit! They got a hog roast.
His name was
No. That's the. No. There's no food being served here. Oh right. Oh.
Fuck, I'm 2 sandwiches in.
He's been brought his own bread.
I remember his name now. Well, the name that his wife gave him was Johnny English.
Oh my
What?
god.
Yeah.
Well, the Mr. Bean.
He always used to wear like football shirts with like the England flag.
Oh right.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Oh my
God, that
god.
was fucked up.
Weird story.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. What a thing to see. That was
Yeah.
what a trip. That didn't happen in your Kenya trip.
No,
You went to a wedding.
no
but
open burnings. No, I didn't.
Anyone get burned at that?
I saw a goat get killed and then no one ate it.
Yeah.
That's fun.
They brought this goat. It's a tradition in weddings to like have a goat, slaughter and eat a goat.
Yeah.
And they brought the goat in and they're like, there he is. And there's photos of like with the kids like,
Oh, the goat.
and then later on I was just, where's the goat gone? They're like, oh yeah, it meant to be killed.
Yeah.
And
You're eating it.
and yeah, then like at the end of the day, there'd been this like big wedding, and like there'd been loads of food. Like there's just loads of food, like more food than I could eat. It was like served all day, and then they're like, oh, and now the goat's being served. And everyone's just like, I'd had like horrendous food poisoning for 2 days
Oh,
as well.
shit.
So much so that I didn't drink the whole wedding. So I was like, I'm definitely not eating barbecue goat. But it was just like such a waste of these huge bits of meat, and like a few people just like put like a leg in a bag and like just took it home with them and stuff. And you're just like, wow, this is very arbitrary. But then,
What did you kill it for?
yeah.
Doggy bags.
Yeah, I had the same thing.
Yeah.
I didn't like goat like that.
Yeah.
I like goat and curry occasionally, but
I don't like
I haven't
freshly
eaten it.
sacrificed for us.
Yeah.
It's a celebration.
But I guess in a way it's
Something we
closer
did,
to the process.
It's good, but it's like it was only me and a mate.
Exactly.
Fresh
Whole
meat.
goat,
yeah.
really?
Exactly.
And we spent ages because they lived in the middle of nowhere without running water or electricity.
Wow.
It was just another guy we met again, and he's like, "Come to my family's house." It's like they own a little tea farm, and they have literally a shanty shack,
Yeah.
like mud and straw, all the classics.
What was their like reason for you to come to their house?
Because he's just a really like bubbly, open guy, and he did like tours and stuff for people that came over.
Right.
And I think Martin, who I went with,
Yeah.
knew him because he actually went on one of those official ones.
Oh, I
And that was
see.
our only contact going
Right,
in.
yeah.
He was like, "Come to my house and I'll show you the real Kenya and stuff."
Right.
Did you feel anything like the Stoner
Bones
Rob
of life.
situation?
Oh, we
The
travelled
Stoner
for
Rob kind of going to a
whole
strange
day,
house and
and
then-
then we were out in the middle of nowhere, kind of like country roads in England,
Right, okay.
but like worse.
And there are
And
dangerous
it was
animals.
pitch black by the
Yeah.
time we arrived, and
Yeah.
then sacrificed a goat.
So weed would have just made that really weird.
Yeah, I think that would have been.
Fuck this. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
I need to go home.
I don't think we've got time to tell you about the Stoner Rob story,
But it's in another podcast.
We'll bring you back as
You'll
a
come
guest
back
again.
You'll come
That
back.
sounds great.
Yeah, but
Thank
you
you,
should
Rams.
probably get on to your one in a
Yeah,
minute.
got
So we'll
skedaddle in a moment.
so Ramps is a
Yeah.
big star of the 0 Degrees podcast.
Tell us like
and
a
your
quick.
Twitch streams as well.
What's
Let's
the
not-
tagline?
0 Degrees. We saw that you guys stopped doing Hat Daddies, and we just took over that.
Right.
People
Nice.
send in
Good,
their
we-
problems, their conundrums, any little thing. They ask us questions. We give our terrible advice. It's called 0 Degrees because none of us went to uni and have any
Nice.
degrees. That's the joke. It's not because we're really cold or anything.
Yeah.
I'm personally a very sweaty hot man. And we just answer a bunch of questions, fuck around. We're always hungover or some shit.
Nice.
Because we're all
Wow.
crippling alcoholics. And it's just a fun podcast. Comes out on Tuesdays.
But you're not hungover now, and you're
Not
about to do
hungover
one.
now, I'm about to do one. So
if you listen to that one, you'll know exactly where he was before.
Pure vodka. Pure
shit,
vodka.
right.
Yeah.
You've
I'd
told
say
us
it's
now.
a very easy crossover, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like very similar and
Well,
vibe.
we have to have you two on now. We've had
Yeah,
lots.
you've got to get those at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Should have
Yeah.
started with the worst and built up to the best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got to deal with me.
Shit.
But
Sorry.
you might give some good advice.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
I'm going to try and. I mean, I would say that I'm going to say some awful things on your podcast,
Well,
but I'm not sure I can get down to your level.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because you know
The Ashes fingering
I think
Ashes
you're a
thing
very
was quite a
interesting
start.
guest. I think you'll either have like a very political weird take, or you'll have like a really fucked one. Like,
Or you give someone terrible advice.
but terrible.
Yeah, we had people giving us questions that were just like so insane. How do you do you filter some of the questions?
We
Well, they're clearly
try
not real.
We try to not take anything that's too far fetched or too serious.
Right,
You know,
okay.
it's like
It's a middle ground.
yeah. Like we
You want the crazy
occasionally
ones.
do
You want funny ones.
Yeah, we try to take the funny ones. We try to do some serious ones. We do nice ones.
Do you find people try to be funny and then you're
Some
like,
people try to be funny.
yeah, and you're like,
We're
that's
just
not
like,
funny.
just
yeah,
nah.
yeah.
Take some Patreon questions as well.
Oh,
you know,
Of course.
yeah, much like you boys do.
Very nice. Well, that's coming
to
up
check it out.
very shortly if you're watching this live. If not, go check out 0 Degrees on all podcasting platforms.
And
It's
any
part
of the Pickaxe, yeah.
Oh, and
Pickaxe.
Pickaxe.
There's more
There's
of us
many
out there.
podcasts and Pickaxe, like
Pickaxing
the
podcast.
Booty podcast.
Yeah, like a
Booty.
D&D.
Yeah, that's
Should
right.
be a guest on that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to. I'd love to. I mean, I signed
The
it up for the
next series.
fucking posters.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's
I'd
true.
ask everyone, do you want me to sign this? I'm not in
Sign-
this fucking thing. I like to sign Macaulay Culkin.
Sign
like,
Sign on the back.
Nice,
Sign on-
did you?
Yeah,
Sign
yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah.
It's Kevin.
Kevin.
Kevin,
It looks
yeah.
like him.
Kevin!
Thank you very much, Rebs.
Pickaxe.
We'll let you go now. That's the end of Hat Chat.
Yes.
Again, big thanks to our Patreons on patreon.com/hatfilms, where you get to choose the hypotheticals of the week. And also, if you are musically talented in any way, even if you're not, send a fingle to hatchat@hat-films.com. We'll play it at the start and at the end.
Oh, do you do a new one every week?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
They send them in. They're really good.
Okay.
Send them in, and we need some more. So if you could send them in, that'd be great. And until then, please enjoy Weather Boys full song. And thank you, Rebs.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Rabs.
for having me.
Thanks, babe.
Mwah.
Bye, everybody.
It's just weather. That's what I think.
Fuck off, weather boy.
It's just weather. Just weather, mate.
Fuck off, weather boy.